Let's talk about that one record that put your name in, or your face, your name in front of everyone, where people took notice to Lyric Jones.
To be honest with you, it has been different crowds and different phases of that. Like I can think of about 4 different songs that had a different reaction with a whole nother wave of people. So the one that comes to my head immediately, I would say, would be my first video that I did was Trapped in the City Lights. That's the song that I'm still performing. It was the first visual that I had, but my perspective of that is from Atlanta. You know, that was where I was performing it, and people heard of it, and I think that was the first song that ever got played on Sirius for me, like Static Select played it or whatever. But then on that album, I dropped my joint with Esperanza Spalding called Lost on Repeat. So that obviously is a whole nother crowd. That's jazz fans and all of that. Fast forward from there, I did a joint called Reasons Why with Z Rich, who was formerly known as Fiend. That's the one that got on MTV, and I had a video for that, a lot of views. So for me, it's like it's seasons, you know what I mean? So I guess however you know with Lyric Jones, you'll have a different perspective on what song that would be. So, last September called Gems From The Cubicle, and it was intended to be a record to kind of precede me going on tour with Cali Agents. I needed some type of a project, but it ended up coming after, and it's cool. I dropped a couple videos from there as well. So
okay. Now you do a lot of records with male artists. Do you feel like you have to go especially hard when you're on? I mean, because your lyricism is on point all the time. But when you we haven't seen you. Let me say it this way: we haven't seen you do a lot of records with female artists. Maybe a couple. But when you're on these tracks with like Planet Asia or cats like that, do you feel like you have to really represent for female artists when you're on those tracks?
I mean, everything we do, I feel like you gotta represent for women, period. So not necessarily with songs, because I don't really think of it as a male-female thing, to be honest. I don't go, oh, I need 2 girls and then 3 guys. Like, I don't think that way. Everybody else does. But with Gold Chain, I mean, I'm not the only girl associated with the homies. We got Rogue Venom, we got a female producer. Like, it's more than that. But I actually have a handful. I've done a song with Book Brown. I've done a song with Star. She's on my first album. Obviously, Rod Digga. Me and Rogue Venom dropped a record. Me and Il Camille did a record. Okay. So I have a handful of records with women. So more with guys, I guess, because it's easier for me to just get them to hop on something, or they're the ones asking me to collab. Okay. It's not really, a lot of the songs I do have collabed with other ladies, I was the initiator with them.